Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. I'm out here in Koreatown again on Wilshire Boulevard because I'm going to be continuing on with my Korean barbecue food tour here in LA, covering some of the best Korean hotspots in this city. Really unprecedented 10-part series on the internet that you don't want to miss out on, of course. And today I'm going to be covering an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spot, one of the highest rated, best rated Korean barbecue restaurants called the Bulgogi Hut, which is a very nice restaurant. It is big, they got a wide menu selection, it is rocking in every single way, and they have pretty high quality meats as well. Well, that sounds pretty good to me because I'm all about high meat quality, which is why when I go to all you can eats, that's the only thing I'm gonna settle for. So if you guys wanna see one of the best Korean barbecue restaurants in terms of all you can eat barbecue, then this is the episode you gotta check out. So stick all the way to the end of this episode so that you can see this amazing Korean barbecue all you can eat feast here in LA. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, because I put out these food videos weekly that you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And I'm here at the restaurant, which means it is lunchtime. All right guys, so this is Michelle right here. She is the owner here at Bulgogi Hut. So she's going to be giving us a tour of this amazing Korean barbecue experience, all you can eat here in K-Town, right Michelle?
That's correct. I'm so excited for you guys to see our restaurant today and see what great meats we have to offer.
Okay, awesome. Let's do this thing.
Let's go. So my mom actually opened the restaurant in 2014, and we've been pretty much steadily going. I mean, of course, other than last year, for about, what's that, like 7 years now? 7 years, yeah.
Okay.
So right over here, as you can see, we have our fresh meat window. This is where we get all of our fresh bulgogi, or our fresh briskets, our beef belly. Most of our most premium meats will be available here so that they are cut to order and delivered fresh to your table.
Oh, wow. And you cut so much of this every day, huh?
Oh yeah, these guys, my meat cutters, are getting a workout every single day, cutting all these plates of brisket. And then as you can see, we do have a lot of different well, it's a little bit short right now, but beef belly, brisket, we have fat to grease your grill. All of these items are cut fresh as they are ordered.
Oh, wow. Okay, and this place gets packed like at nighttime sometimes, right?
We generally have a wait minimum of 30 minutes. On weekends, we can go up to about an hour and a half. And we are a 50-table restaurant. So as you can see, we have a lot of customers coming in. What they like to see is we do give them 2 hours to the table. So some customers want to sit down, relax, have a good time with their friends. Other customers come in and they just want to eat there as much meat as they can and then get out of here. So we try to turn our tables quickly while providing great customer service.
Wow, and you can see like a whole party in here.
Oh yes, we do have private party dinings available. We've had people of 50 or even 100 people come in to reserve space in our restaurant, and that way they can have, you know, their groups and their parties here and have a good time.
Okay.
As you can see, we are getting some of our prep ready for some of our sides. We have a very popular dish called corn cheese that is available, and so we do prep this daily for everybody to consume.
All this?
Yes, this is just for one day. We're doing all this corn cheese.
Wow. Yeah, so corn cheese is one of the popular things on the menu from what I heard.
Correct, yes. Okay. One of our more popular sides, as well as like a cheese sauce. Anything with cheese is pretty popular for us.
Okay, I'll be sure to get this today. Okay.
We also have a Korean style fried chicken menu available where we cook Korean style fried chicken to order. So as you can see, we've got our frying station, and she is in the process of making some steak at the moment. Oh, really? Wow. And then the steak, has it been deep fried or what? It has been deep fried. Correct. Oh, I've never seen anything like that before. Okay. It helps us cook the steak quickly while also retaining all the moisture on the inside and preventing it from getting too overcooked before it's delivered to the table. Wow.
Here's the Korean barbecue choices. They have the happy hour, which goes from 11 to 4 p.m. except holidays and weekends, of course. Take advantage of that if you can. What I'm gonna do is go with the premium menu, which is $37.99. It does sound kind of steep, but if they're gonna give you quality stuff, then pay for it and have a blast here. All the different choices of beef, pork, and chicken. They even got seafood as well, and some of these other side dishes you can get. So here we go with round number one, beginning with the marinated Black Angus LA kalbi short ribs. I always love to get this in Korean barbecue restaurants all the time. It's a traditional favorite. And some finger meat. This one, if you do it right, it tastes pretty much like kalbi short rib. This is the non-marinated one. I always love this one. And the samgyeopsal, which is the pork belly, which I always love to get too. And the bulgogi, this is called the Bulgogi Hut, so obviously you need to try the bulgogi here. This is the beef brisket or chadol. This is always a favorite that you always should get at a Korean barbecue restaurant. Oh, this looks fancy. This is their steak. Yikes. This is their ribeye steak. I love the way it looks. Look at the way it's presented. How nice with that piece of butter on top. And that right there, this is the cool one. This is the 21 days aged premium short rib. Yes, it is aged kalbi. They do have aged meat here as well. This one, take advantage of. Get it here just because it's aged. And just as I showed you earlier, this restaurant is also known for their Korean fried chicken. This is the wings right here. And it comes in two different flavors. Well, actually you can get the regular, but then you can get the soy garlic, which is what I got, and sweet chili. It came fresh out of the kitchen, so I should eat it right now. Wow. Wow, amazingly crispy. And it's very juicy and hot and tender inside. I love the soy garlic flavor. If you guys have never had Korean fried chicken before, if you're not into spicy, then I would most recommend soy garlic flavor, because that is really one of the most to-go-to Korean fried chicken flavors at any restaurant. So non-marinated meats go first, and the pork belly will mix together with the beef, but the pork belly's on the side, so there will be no cross-contamination. The pork looks done, so as usual, what I like to do is to get the pork and to get some kimchi along with it as well, just like this. And if you want, you can kind of dip it in some of this sesame oil, salt to enhance the flavor of the kimchi and the pork overall. Whoa, very hot, so gotta be careful. Perfect combination. Remember guys, kimchi and pork is really the perfect combination when you're eating Korean barbecue. I mean, you can eat it any way you want. You can take the pork and eat it by itself or dip it into the sesame oil, but when you add the kimchi to it, it's great. So do it when you come here. All right, here we go with the rib finger and that big piece of steak. That beautiful ribeye steak. And by the way, they do have this cheese fondue too, which is becoming very popular in Korean barbecue restaurants. When this melts all the way, you put the meat into that fondue and give it a cheesy flavor. Which should I go with? Why don't we go with the finger meat? It looks really well cooked. The way I like it exactly. Wow, it tastes very meaty, and it's sweet too from that sauce. It almost tastes like the short ribs. Yeah, it does actually. All right, what about the steak? Don't want to let it cook too long. So I got it to about medium, which is about right. And this one I want to put it in the sesame oil and salt, because I think that that pairs really nicely with the steak. Wow, it's pretty solid. This is the exciting one, because this is the dry aged beef, 21-day dry aged short rib, kalbi. As usual with that cutting action, because you don't want to eat the whole piece by itself, right? You want to cut this whole thing into bite sizes, and then of course it'll cook a lot faster afterwards. I'm very curious to see what this one's gonna taste like. This one, I think, is the belle of the ball on the menu. How could it be bad if it's dry aged? I mean, come on now. That already sounds like it's the top one on the menu. Oh yeah. Sesame oil, I think, is the way to go with the dry aged meat. It tastes richer with more of a sesame flavor and a little saltiness. That is so cool. So remember that if you come here, they have dry aged meat on the menu, dry aged short ribs, so don't miss out on that. That's really expensive stuff, so that's the thing you gotta use your stomach space for, the dry aged meat. So those are the short ribs going on next, the classic Korean short ribs. And also the marinated finger meats will go on as well, since they're both marinated, so why not? Let's stick them all together on the same grill. And just to let you know, guys, they also have this cool thing called the cheese corn wrapped in the aluminum foil, which you put on top of the grill, and it's supposed to cook the cheese corn. You see it boiling? Nice. Because in one sense it's cheesy, so it's hot cheese, and then there's a really delicious savory sweetness that comes from the corn itself. If you've never had cheese corn before, it's popular in a lot of, especially newer Korean restaurants like Korean cafes. They have a lot of stuff like this, and they have it here at this Korean barbecue restaurant too. Yeah, definitely, this is something you should get on the menu too. It's actually very tasty. As you can tell, there's a lot of meat on the grill now because I'm pretty much finishing off all the marinated meats, cook it all at once, and then I'm pretty much done. This one I like to dip in the brisket sauce because I love the sweetness to it. With these short ribs, the kalbi, you should always make it sweet because the sweetness is what makes it fabulous. It's tender and it's extremely sweet. This, And the thing is, the kalbi is, because in some other all-you-can-eat barbecue places, they cut this too thin, but this place is actually a pretty reasonable size. So you get more of that meaty, juicy sweetness in your mouth, which I like. This place is pretty awesome because their food is really solid here. It's delicious. They got a lot of stuff on the menu, all the different beef selections, even the dry aged beef, as well as the fried chicken, and they got a huge alcohol selection here as well. And another rockin' thing about this restaurant is that it's big, it's spacious, it's comfortable. They got rockin' K-pop music, and they got big screen TVs everywhere. I can see that this is a really good party spot, especially at nighttime. And they have these rooms where you can have 30, 40 people, family, you know, whatever it is, so you can have a rockin' time. So if that is your kind of restaurant, then this is the place you gotta be, here in Koreatown, Bulgogi Hut on Wilshire Blvd. So yeah, it definitely has my thumbs up as one of the definite go-to places if you specifically want all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue. So yeah, don't miss this place here in Koreatown. All right, guys, so before I close out this episode, I want to say once again, give a shout out to Michelle here, the awesome owner here at Bulgogi Hut. So when you come here, look out for her. She's going to take really good care of you, right?
Yes, definitely, of course.
Oh,
we try to provide our best customer service for all of our customers.
Oh, awesome. And there's also something really cool that you got to check out. So if you come here, you'll actually get something on the house. So what is that, Michelle?
So if you mention Steve here or his video series, Rockstar Eater, please let us know and we will provide a free ice cream for you guys, one per person, until October 9th.
Wow. Did you hear that? So tell your friends about it so you can take advantage of this awesome deal. Free ice cream. It's better than nothing, right? Really awesome ice cream here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. If you enjoy what I'm doing here on the show, give me a thumbs up. Comment if you've been onto this place before. I'd love to hear your story at Bulgogi Hut. And also subscribe so that you can get these videos weekly. So I hope you have a rockin' day today, folks, and that you'll try some of this rockin' food sometime in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next video.